All right, welcome back to Tomb Raider 2013 mod. Now, last time we was in an area where we had to climb up a great big freaking tower to send a signal to a plane to turn up, which did, but also it blew up, didn't it? It certainly blew up. And we met Roth once again, and the sort of explosion, which was back up this end. And well, you end up sitting his bottom in a chair with a bottle of water or a bottle of milk or some kind of thing there. And oh yeah, a nice little camp right there. Also, when I came from the plane that blew up, I ended up sliding all the way down from somewhere, which was from all the way from this area, which was BASE with EXTERIOR, which is another location I was, and where I slid down from a slope from somewhere where the explosion started, and I had to slide all the way down, and also from a part of that I went to grab something for that explosion of some kind, which was a part for the stick. I'll show you in a little while what I mean by that. And also I end up coming down from this path where the place was called CLIFFSIDE. I'm pretty sure it's something like that. This where it's called a village. And so when I came down there, I end up grabbing some string, some nice string for my bow that I have got now. And before and after that, I end up meeting Roth, and also I ended back in the mountain village. How cool is that? And so, as we're back into the mountain village, that we will have a picture of it on the right hand side, and it would have said 24% complete with a fair load of things on there. Now, what I mean by that, below there, it would show you 3 camps out of 5 and documents, which are books that you are desperately after. And there is 7 of them, even I've got 1. And the next one down is relics. Now, what I mean by that, which is some things in some boxes, which you'll find, which is basically what you're looking for. And there's 6 of them, but even I've got 1. Next one down is a GPS cache, which is 15 of the bloody things in this location. And also you've got some tombs, which is only 1 at the minute, with 2 of them that's got to be done. And what's the thing about the GPS caches. You're going to have to grab every freaking single one of them, which will allow you to find Laura to say, aha. So you'll find Laura to say that eventually when you grab every single bloody one. And with the tombs, they will basically allow you to grab specific things. Now, what I mean by that is that they will give you a fair load of salvage for your weapons, which if you look at the bottom of the screen on the left hand side, it will show you a shape of a nut, and it will allow you to see 1366. Above that, which is about your skills, which is your skill points, which allows you to upgrade certain specific things on there. So that is one reason what the tombs do, but they also do something else, which I'll explain very soon. But also the next one down, which is basically 1 out of 10 of some kind of thing. Now, what I mean by that, it's a challenge for you to do. Okay, next one down is a challenge as well, which allow you to find eggs in a nest. Okay, so you're going to have to grab 5 of them. All right, so that is that done. Also, in a camp like this, which will look like a tent on your map, and what I mean by that is it'll be like this. It's a map. All right, same thing. This one will be a map, and it will be a place that is BASE with APPROACH, whatever that spells. And also, it looks like a tent for your camps, but also with the camps, they will look like a tent. And with those camps, with the shape of a tent, they will allow you to do 3 different specific things. So there's 3 specific things you can do with those, which will allow you to see skill points, fast travel, and salvage. And the last one, if I go back into this one right here, which is the BASE and EXTERIOR, whatever it spells, and where you'll find a camp to look like a campfire. Now, those ones, which is a campfire, will allow you to find 2 specific things instead of 3 of them, which is basically used your skill points and your salvage. All right. Now, back to the camp, which is to do with your fast travel in the middle. It will say that, which allows you to fast travel back and forth to specific areas you have been in before to complete the rest of the challenges and the documents and relics and bits and pieces that you haven't already picked up. So that's what that's for. And I will get to the salvage in a little while. I'm going to go to camps first, skills first. Now, you'll find 3 different things at the bottom of the screen, which will allow you to see a mountain, a head, and a knife. Now, I'm going to go to the knife first, which is basically for you to press the AOX. And also, before I do that, on the left hand side of the screen, you'll find skills, and below that it will show you camp, skills, and BASE, whatever that spells, and a number 4 below that, which is basically your number of skills you've got to use, or whenever you want to use them. Alright, so there is 7 skills for you to use in the mountain. No, 7 on the knife. But the thing with the knife, that there is 6 of them, or, well, yep, there is 6 of them for me to use, because there is a number 1 right below it, above the skills, basically, for me to use. But one of them has a tick which says you've got it, and when you see the ones that hasn't got ticks, basically says you can use them whenever you want. But the problem is that there is 2 of them that are unlocked and the other 5 are locked. So basically, below the knife on the left hand side, you'll see a word that will say buy 3 more skills to unlock. Okay, so it's exactly the same with the other ones, which is the head and the mountain shape. But also what you can do, instead of keep going back and forwards by pressing B to go back and switch it back to the specific one you want to go on, you can push L1 instead, or R1 to do that. Also, I'm going to read some of these again. And the first one that's been ticked is basically your health, to take more punishment from enemies like wolves, animals, people, whatever kind of thing they can do to you. So that's what I've done previously. The next one along on the right side of that one, which is basically for Lara to pick up a rock, some kind of thing like that, to launch at people's heads and kill them that way. Alright, so that's that one. But I'm going to leave the ones that's locked, because they are locked. And so I'm afraid, I'm sorry for that. Right, also, there is 8 on the head this time, and 6 of them are locked. So I'm going to read 2 of them out, which is this one right here, which is basically for your bow. Now, what I mean by that is your time. Now, I'm going to explain this to you. Right, let's start with 5 seconds, for example. Okay, so when you're holding L2, that's your actually ready to aim at wherever you want to hit with your arrow, with your bow. And you see a deer walking towards you, and you hold L2 and R2 in, right? And when you're holding R2 with that L2, the time ticks down. And so when you hold that R2 with that L2 and the deer is just a couple of centimeters towards you, and you want to aim for the head, and 2 seconds has been ticked down for you to get that actually straight on the head, and the deer starts to flick and run away, and another half a second's gone, and you got 1.5 seconds left for you to go back for the head. And when you do, that half second goes, ping, your bow has lost its arrow. So basically you want to use this one to grab some more time, but it's not 5 seconds, it's more than that. It's probably about 15 seconds or so. So you might want to use that for that. Next one along, which is ammo capacity, which is allows you to carry some more arrows, bullets for your guns. Okay, so with the bows you'll have 20. With the pistol that you'll have 50 in there for you to use whenever. And also for the WI gun, I think you can carry 90 at the moment. Okay, so that's what that's for. And the last one, which is in mountain, that you'll find 3 of them that's ticked, and there is 6 others, but there is 5 that are unlocked at the moment. Okay, so the first one I'm on, which is very on the left hand side, has been ticked, and it allows you to find things even easier, but it doesn't involve your map. All right, so when you hold L1, you'll find some items that will turn a certain colour when you push the L1 button in. So when you push L1, the screen will go dark and the objects will go yellow or orange, whatever colour it is. And so you'll be able to find it even easier. So that will involve animals, your boxes with your salvage and stuff, bits and pieces that you're trying to find, like your arrows. If you want to find them in little tubes, then you'll be able to find them in there. Or if you want to find some boxes with your pistols or anything like that, just select it and push L1. Alright, next one along, which is to do with your XP. Now what I've been mean by that is basically for your skill points to creep up. Alright, so this one, when you select it, your XP will boost up even higher. Right, also if you pick a plant and you haven't selected this one, you'll be getting 5 XP. And also with the animals, one for example, with the wolves, you'll grab 20 if you haven't selected this one already. And if you select it, you'll grab 30. And if you kill a deer, you'll grab 20. And you haven't selected this one yet, then that's your 20. And if you select this one and kill a deer, then you'll grab 50. Or something like that. Now, back to the boxes, which is a silver box and an orange coloured box, which is basically to do with this one, which is your salvage. Now, your salvage is basically your animal for your, with your weapons, with your pistol, or your WWI gun, or your bow. Basically allows you to upgrade them for more for you to do on them. Alright, so this one allows you to have some salvage with the boxes and the silver boxes, and basically allows you to grab more if you haven't selected it already. Alright, so again, this is another bit of your salvage, which is to get from animals, the kill. Alright, any animal, doesn't matter, whichever one, you'll grab some salvage from them. If you're first time player and you've never played it before, you might want to select this so you can collect some salvage, because if you haven't selected it and you're a first time player, you won't be grabbing any. Alright, as well as if you played it loads of times, then you might want to grab it straight away. And also same again, if you're a first time player with this one and you fired some arrows and you haven't selected it, and you fired about 4 arrows at a deer, and you won't be grabbing any. Alright, so if you do select this one and you fired 4 arrows, you might grab 2 arrows, you might grab 3, or you might just grab 1, or you might be lucky to grab all of them back from however many you fired. Alright, also, as I've got some skills, I might use one for the boxes, which is what the picture's showing you, or it should show you, for you to grab some salvage from however how many more it will allow you to give you, or either how many it wants to give you, but you haven't got flicking no clue whatsoever. Alright, and so I think I will also grab some more time for the bow, which is sometimes quite handy. And with the salvage, as I said before, with your weapons. Now, previously, I haven't used absolutely no salvage whatsoever. And also, forget that thing that's on the top of the screen, on the left hand side, ignore that. So, previously, from my second or more third recording, that you would have had a new bow, a new arrow, a new axe, sorry, which is this thing that Roth would have gave you, even though he's sitting his ass on a chair. Keep himself nice and warm. How about that? Okay, right. So, with this axe, you won't be able to do no salvage on this, but previously on one of my recordings, you'll find a knife axe on a bit of wood or some kind of thing like that, where you'd have to use 50 salvage to upgrade it to be a bit more sharper, as well as a little twisty knob in the middle of it, even though it wouldn't look like this by now, because you would have got this kind of thing from Roth if you never met him. Alright, next of all, also with the bow, previously in my last recording I grabbed a bit of string. So if you look above in the middle, it will look like a bit of red on there, which is what you previously grabbed hold of. Alright, and also last time I grabbed a bow part. On the left hand side it will say find a bow part to unlock the next bow. Alright, but we'll leave that for now. Also, with that bit of string, that is just a 3-piece without using no salvage. Also, next of all, if you look at the left hand side, it will say MAKESHIFT, what that spells. Longbow is the name of it, and also above the name there'll be 1366, which is your number of how much salvage you've got. Alright, so forget the number for now on the left hand side, because on the right hand side there'll be another number, which is 250, which you'll find it coloured green. Allows you to say, I've got enough, give it, pay me, it's saying. Alright, but when it's red it says, screw you, you haven't got enough, so sod off, basically. Alright, okay, so with the 250, this one in the middle at the bottom of the screen, which allows you to do some damage. Okay, and what I mean by that is to say, if you use your palm of your hand and you tapped it on your hand just a little bit, doesn't flicken hurt, not at all. But also, if you look at the middle of the screen of it, there's a bit of cloth around the bow of itself, because when I move the middle one that's on the screen at the bottom, and if I use L3, push it towards the left, there's no cloth whatsoever around it. It's just got a bit of white cloth in the middle, with most of it just look like a bit of wood that will just snap off, basically. Alright, so same again with this one in the middle. It's got a bit of cloth all the way around the bow, apart from the bits in the middle of either side of the middle bit. So same again. So if you pay for 250, like I said, if you didn't pay for it, and I tap my palm of my hand on my wrist, just a little did it, doesn't freaking hurt at all. Same thing with an arrow to your enemies, it doesn't freaking hurt. And if you selected it with 250 and use my palm of my hand again and slap it freaking hard up, it'll start to hurt a bit more than it should. So basically that's what that's for. Next one along on the right hand side, which allows you to see part of the string in the middle of the wooden bit of the handle of itself. Now that is 200 salvage. Now that is for Laura to pull the string. It's not the bits that are above the string, it's the white bit where it's got a little cross on there with the white bits around the wood bit. Now with that bit, what I mean that will do is that when you hold L2 and R2 in, and you keep that R2 pushed with the L2, with the bow, when you keep that in, the time will tick down and the arrow of itself will go ping just a little bit. Alright, so it won't do a lot of damage or doesn't hardly do much to your enemies. And also what I'm going to do is do another sound again. Right, so if you select this and you hold L2 and just let go of it just once, it'll go ping like that. Alright, and then when you hold L2 and keep pushing R2 in out several times with 2 seconds or even 1 second, when you let go of that R2, it'll just go ping 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 all the time. Alright, so that's what that does. Right, now go push R1 instead of pushing back with the circle or B. Yep, with the B or circle, because I'm on a PS4. Right, now with the WWII gun, which has got the SBMACHINE, whatever that spells, and gun. Now what this does is a couple of things, but also at the bottom it will have 5 different things on there this time, which is shape of a cylinder. Now previously I said about it had 90 in the middle on the right hand side, and basically there'll be a bit of white around the 90, and basically that means that there's a certain number of bullets that will come out of the gun, and it won't take all of your 90 bullets, it will take some of it off. Like I say, for example, it's you got 90 and it wants to take 45 bullets out of it, and you'll have still a fair few more bullets left in there. Alright, so also I'm going to say another clock, for example, that the line will go from bottom to number 6 and goes up to number 12, and if you pay for this one, which is 225, it allows you to do 15. Yep, 15 more, so it'll probably take it towards the 2 instead of having it up to the 6 and 12, and so that's what that does. Also the next one along, which is 300. Now basically what this does, which allows you to keep the gun a bit more steady, allow it to hold it a bit better when you're firing the gun with L2 pushed in, with R2 kept pushed in, as well as what you can do is just keep pushing the R2 in out, just like the bow. Alright, but the problem is that this gun can fire a fair few bullets out, so you want to do it very carefully. Right, also when you select this one, the next one along is locked, which allows you to pay 350. So what you will need to do is to select this one first before you select this one, alright, because it's locked. Right, now this one is basically recoil, which allows you to be a bit more accurate than trying to freaking fire it at something that just won't be in the right angle for it to destroy things or kill someone with. Alright, that's what that's for. Next one is basically reload speed. Now that is 300. Alright, so once again, if there's a fair few people around and you push the R2 in and out, and you're wasting just a few little bullets, but also if you're holding that R2 in as long as you really should need to, instead of just being a bit more cautious with it, because if you've got a fair few guys with some shields in there on themselves and you got 90 bullets and you're wasting 30, and you still need a couple more of your 60 you got left, and that white bit of the clock goes around towards the 6 and it goes dark, and you see you're quite low on it and the guys that still need more punishment and they're taking it all on you, then you better reload it really quicker so you got a better chance of killing them. That's 300 quid. Alright, next of all, this one is 250. Now what this will do, alright, I'm going to use my hands for this. Alright, so say like you just push the L2 just once, you're going to get that. Alright, if you hold it in when you haven't selected this one for 250, you're going to get that sort of thing. But if you're basically paying for it, well, 250 is going to be wasted. And when you hold that R2 in, you're going to get that sort of speed, or even faster than that, with my hands clapping all the way ballistically. But that's what that does. And also, last of all, is the pistol. Now, it's got 5 again for you to complete it, as the word says above the 5 different things in there. Now, this one is 450. Now, this one allows you to use R1 button. And what that will do, but when you do not select this for 450, which is probably a bit too much of a rip-off to me. So, when you push the R1 without paying for that, you're not going to get nothing. Absolutely flicking nothing. Because all you're going to have is L2 and R2. That's all you're going to get. Okay, so if you pay for this for 450, and you push your R1, and what it will do, I'm going to use my hands for this, it's going to give you like that, which allows 3 bullets to come out. Okay, but when you do that, use it wisely, because otherwise you're going to waste a fair few bullets. Okay, next one along is 200. It's worth, which, like I said, with the other gun, which is the WWII. Now, this is exactly the same thing, which is allows you to carry a few more bullets. Now, what it allows you to carry at the moment is 8 bullets in the gun, but there is 50 you can use at the moment. Okay, so if you're firing only 8 bullets, press the square or X to reload it, for you to get your 8 bullets back in, and just use a fair few more before you start to go down from what you did have with the 50 you had. Okay, so this one allows you to use 10 more than 8, I believe. I could be wrong, we'll have to see, because I haven't used it yet. Okay, next one along is 200 this time. Now this is for your damage. Basically, for example, is to say that you use your anger at someone, and you say, like, I'm going to use my hand and my wrist, and if I just tap it like that, it doesn't freaking hurt whatsoever. So if you pay for 200 quid, which is asking, and same again, if you pay for it, and I'm going to tap my hand again, you can hear the sound rising a little bit, and it starts to hurt a little diddy bit. So once you pay for this one it is locked. So once you pay for this one, it will be unlocked. So again, when you push the R2 in, the bullet will start to hurt someone else, even though you can't hit yourself anyway, hurt yourself, because you're not in the game, are you? So yeah, same thing again. If you pay for it, same thing again. If I use my palm of my hand and slap it twice as hard up, it will start to sting. Yeah, it's like that. That's what that's for. And last of all, is basically for 300 quid, which allows the bullets to be a bit more powerful to come out the gun. So instead of getting that, you're going to get that. That's what that's for. Right? And so, we're moving on. So, Roth is sitting his arse all day, and so we're going to have a word with him. Nope, I have myself in the wrong place. So let's try and get right behind him.
Look, Lara, if you insist on doing this, don't take your time.
I'm sorry, Roth, but I can't just leave him out there alone. What about you?
I'm heading down the mountain. Maybe I can join up with the others. I can't just sit here.
That's right, Roth. You can't just sit here all day, can you?
Get moving, Lara. The sooner you do this, the sooner you can join the rest of us. I found an old sniper rifle hidden in the ruins. Lucky me, eh? And it was loaded. Fuck. Anyway, I'm gonna see if I can get it working.
Yeah, you better, Roth. You better get it working. Trust me. As well as everybody else. Also, you sound like he's pissed off from Laura, isn't he? He seems to be really pissed off with Laura at the minute. So, we better move then. Right. First of all, with your string, as well as with your boat that I grabbed hold of last time, you want to push L2 and R1. So I can tie that string. But also, you want to press the X. Alright. Also, you'll find some guys around here. Right, what you want to do is stick with your boat for now. Right, wait for a couple of guys to spread out, because there's 3 of them. Right, also, you want to take the one that's going up the stairs, but you want to make sure you time it correctly. Oh. Ooh. Good. Right, so there's 2. Right, what you want to do with, oh. Be quiet. Noisy sods. Right. So. Right, as you can see this. Oh.
I'm here, Reyes. What's your situation?
We followed a group of men to some kind of
Give us a second.
city. This place is insane, Roth. What the hell are they doing here?
I don't know, and I don't think I want to know. Any sign of Sam or Whitman?
Nothing yet. Are you with Lara?
Yes. We'll be heading down the mountain soon to meet up with you.
We'll have to see, won't we?
Okay. We'll try to get in a bit closer. Keep this channel open.
Okay, right. Once they finish chatting away. Right, so. Now, with those guys, right, if you're using your bow, right, and if you want to be cautious with your arrows, with the number of how many you've got, what you want to do is hold L2 in and keep the R2 in as long as you can before people kill you or if they start to move around to be a bit scarier. Then what you want to do is just keep the L2 in and R2 in with it, and when you get the right angle as well as the accuracy bang on, then what you can do is let go of that R2, and what that'll do is kill people quicker. Because if you keep pushing the L2 and R2, keep the L2 in, kept pushing the R2, then you're going to waste a fair few arrows. So it's like if you keep pushing the R2 in with that L2 pushed in on a person, you're firing about 6 or 8, then you're going to waste a fair few. Alright, so you want to use L2 and keep that R2 in, and then get the accuracy ready to fire whereabouts you want to try and hit it, or hit anybody with it. You might be able to just use 1 arrow instead of using a fair load of them. Alright, so that's the bit I was going to say about. Alright, okay, also you'll find a salvage crate right there if you want it, but I'm going to leave that. Also, there's a relic in that box right there, which I'm going to leave. I'm going to explain that very soon. Also, you've got something else right here, but you can't destroy it, so ignore it for the time being. Also, you can climb up the top of this roof if you really want to, so it's up to you. Right, also there's a rabbit right there that wants to run away, but like I say, with the salvage you can grab hold it, you can kill it perfectly. Okay, don't do that. Right, same thing again with a skill point I was said about, with the light of finding whatever you're trying to find, like a rabbit that I can find, then do that. And there's a 6 salvage from there and 15 XP from that. Also, same again, if you can't find the people, then use the L1 to do that. Also, there's a salvage crate right there if you want some salvage from that, but I'm going to ignore that because I want 3 eyes from that guy with 16 salvage right there. Also, I want 4 bullets for the SMG rifle gun, as well as 18 salvage or 10 salvage. But I should call it just a rifle, really, because it's not an SMG gun, because there's a WWI one. Right, guy from here. It's going to give me 2 arrows and 19 salvage. Also, with this map, it is asking for a challenge at the bottom of the screen of the picture of the name of Mountain Village. Now it will show you one with about an egg that is 1 out of 5, and one above it which will say 1 out of 10, which is about another challenge, which is about this one right here. Also, I was going to show you about the stick previously that I did grab hold of, which allows you to keep pushing the square or X in, which allows you to just lock the stick up, which is what you want, because you're going to need to burn this thing down right there with a 10 XP right there with the second one. So it looks like that on the right hand side of the screen a bit for you to see. So now what you want to do is try and get onto this slopey thing down here and press the X or right, so you can zip your way down. Also there's an explosion down there, so try not to worry. Right, also what you want to do is hop straight on top of it and get your stick again, and so you can burn this next one down or light him up for your third one. Alright, hop straight over it where you can light this thing up again. Also, when you switch your bow or get your bow, the stick will die out. Okay, once again, R1 for you to pull that and make that burn your salvage crate out. Ouch. That wasn't very good for Laura, was it? Well, you can press B to get Laura to drop down. Great. Once that, just give me 30 salvage instead of giving me 10 or 15. Also, there's another 2 rabbits there, but also there should be a GPS cache down here somewhere, which is right here, which is what you want, with 5 XP right there.
There's the signal.
Yes, Laura, there was a signal, you're right. Okay, right, so what you want to do is get your boat with your string and tie this up and get yourself to crawl up, and what you want to do is use your L3 and push it up towards the right side so that I can keep crawling up and up and up. Alright, so that's what you want to do. And when you stop at it, you want to push that B or circle so you can just drop down, and I'll press the square with the X, or either just use your square, your X and your A, whichever console you're using.
Come on.
And you'll find some guys down up here.
Shut up and let me finish.
He's going for a piss there, look. Right, you want to strangle this guy around the neck by pressing that triangle. Oh, shit. I'll give him a kicking. Also, I want to keep pushing the R2 in, because otherwise I'm going to freaking die. As you can see, the screen changing into a dark colour, so you want to be very, very careful with that. Alright. This guy's going to give you 3 arrows and 6 salvage, which is what you really want. But also, you want to use your bow again to use your string with L2 pushed in with R1 in there. Allow to use the string before you go anywhere. You want to pick up the salvage as well as the arrows, even though it's giving me 24 salvage and 3 arrows. And also, before you go anywhere else, you want to light this thing up. Which should give me 10 XP right there. And also, down here will lead you all the way around here. Right, also, that's one reason why I came over it, to show you where it leads. Because what you want to do is go... Alright, careful. Alright, push your L3 up. And get Lara to creep up all the way up. Also next, what you want to do is make sure you hear that sound, because that means there's something nearby. Alright. Also, what you want to do is tie a string towards it. Alright. I think we'll do that first. Okay, right, what you want to do is come in here, and now Lara will do this automatically, so you don't have to stick that stick in this thing anymore. So you don't have to do absolutely freaking nothing anymore. Right, push your L3 up. 2 towards all the way at the top, where you can go towards over here, where you'll find another salvage crate here. And also let's give me a bow pot and 15 salvage. Now that is giving me the second pot of the bow. So that was the other reason why I've came in here. So let's try it, get Lara to go through it until she did. So we don't have to worry about that right now. Right, also what you want to do is press the A and X to climb on top of this thing, as well as on the left hand side it will tell you a location of where you are. For you to find another camp, which is basically like a campfire, which allows you to just find your salvage and your skill point, okay, to use. I won't show you the fast travel. Right, also in here, yes, Lara. Right, this is a tomb. Now, there's a trick to this, because this is a little puzzle, as well as it's a bit tricky. Right, first of all, what you want to do is go towards this thing right here. Now what you want to do is keep pushing the square or X to start off with. Alright, the next, what you want to do is come right all the way around here. You press the A or X to get on top of it, and then what you want to do is wait for this thing to bring up this one right here, so it brings this one over here. Okay, and when that second one comes up, what you want to do is hop straight on top of this thing, because what the wind will do with the 3 gates, there's one here, one over there, and one below. I'll show you. There's one here, one there, and one over there, flapping away in the wind. So what you want to do, like I said, you want to wait for this one to go first, so you want it to come up like they are now, and wait for the second one to slowly try and get itself up before that one goes up. So when those 2 go up, those top 2, this thing will swing and slam itself over here. Okay, now what you want to do when it does, you want to press the A or X and hop straight onto this bit, so Lara will hop and dangle on top of this bit. Alright. Right, also I've got to try and concentrate as well as talk at the same time. Right, so we've got X or A. Okay, what you want to do is hop and hop to start off with. Right, so X or square straight away. So push that a couple of times. Okay. Right, press A or X again and stay here. Press the square or X, push it a couple of times, just up there, wait, push it again and again. Press the A or X and again, use your R3 nozzle, push A or X, wait, and go now. And keep that L3 up. And now you'll be up here. Alright. So now keep the L3 nozzle towards the left and push it up a little bit so that I can move myself over this bit. And keep L3 up towards the left and press the A or X. Straight again. And again with the A or X. And you'll be up here for 250 XP. Right there.
Beautiful. Was this part of a larger complex of ruins?
Yes, Laura, it could well be. Right, also, you can now press the X or square for Laura to open up this box. Oh yeah, Laura, excellent, isn't it? Right, also, you'll find 1250 XP right there. And also, one part of your special pistol. How about that? How about that? So there you go. Like I said with the tombs, you'll grab specific things. One is a part for your pistol and XP with 1250. And the other one, which will give you 1250, as well as some salvage for your upgrades on your guns or a bow on a bow. Okay, right, so you're gonna hop straight down here. Oh, ouch. Lucky she doesn't die in this thing when you're doing those. Alright, also what you might want to do is go to your camp or any camp where you'll find your bow with the second part I grabbed hold of, which will go up to 100%, and press continue. And now go into your salvage where you'll find at the bottom with the bow it will have a question mark on it or a symbol saying oi oi, hello. So when I go in it, it will now show me another part of the bow, which I mean that you'll find another one of these things, which is about your string to be a bit more powerful for the arrow to come out. So like I said, with when you're pushing the R2 in and you keep pushing it in out and you get ping 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 all the time. And then once you select this one, because this one's locked, so when you select this one to be paid, when you paid this one, you'll get him ping 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 pinging all the time, even more, much more than what you can go. But also this time, this boat has changed a lot now. Alright, instead of having it like a bit of wood, it's a bit like metal bow. Now what it's called is now is RECURVE bow, whatever that is, receive bow or something like that. So you'll find it called that. Alright, yeah, RECURVE bow, whatever it is. Alright, now with the pistol part that I grabbed hold of, which has done absolutely nothing. Alright, so it's done absolutely freaking nothing. So all we've got is just 2 more pistol parts to find. Alright, so that is what that's done. Alright, so what we want to do is hop straight down and get out of here. So one salvage crate that I opened up grabbed me a new part of the new bow, as well as the tune that I've done, which allows me to grab one part of the pistol. Oh, well, how about that? How about that? Pretty good, eh? Right. So once I get out of it, what you can do now is use the string that you tied up and zip your way down, where you'll find another one of these things for you to light up. 10 XP right there. And what you can do is just press B or circle for the light to just drop down right here, where you can walk across this log and find a relic in a box, which is what you want to grab out of, with 25 XP right there.
This must have belonged to a US Marine. Were they on the island in force or just an advance party?
Maybe, Laura. Right, now with the relics in boxes, some relics in boxes allows you to just press the circle or B to move the picture out of the way of your screen and continue moving on. But also some relics will allow you to see a specific thing on the left hand side, which will be a magnifying glass, which allows you to turn it around and get Lara to read it once again. Which what you want to do is use R3 to do that, and just turn it around towards the left.
Do these
Leave it
marks
there.
represent friends lost?
And 10 XP right there. Right, now then, what you really want to do next is now use L3, L2 and R1 for Lara to just tie that onto that for the time being. Now what you want to do is come across the log once again, where you will find over here for your challenge, which is another set of eggs, which is what you want, which allows you to have 10 XP right there. And what you want to do next is hop straight back up here with your axe by pressing the A and X or the square and X, and what you want to do is now use your string with your bow and tie it around over there. Press the A or X again for Lara to zip her way down and find the document
Today,
with the XP with 25 in it. Also, when you get Lara to allow you to hear some speeches, what you could do is press the triangle to stop the speeches going off, as well as you can read it all by yourself if you want, or you can say screw that and we'll just close it all together and move on. So there's your 25 XP right there. Also, what I'm going to do is use a string and tie it around here, so I can pull myself all the way up here, which is probably the best idea for you to do, instead of zipping your way down from back where I was, because well, I'll find out in a minute by pressing the circle and press the square or X, where you'll find another GPS cache there for 5 XP right there. Now, once again, what you can do is hop straight across over it and press the circle, because you'll find a salvage crate right here, which has given me a rifle part. How about that? And also, you'll find one of these again, which is what you really want. So light him up for 10 XP right there. So there's 6 of them so far. Okay, also what you want to do is L2 and R1 again, where you can zip your way down right here And now you want to hop straight over it. Could have fluffed that up because you want some more eggs right there, which is 10 XP right there with 3 out of 5. Now you can hop straight over it and press the B or circle because you don't want that with your string tied up and holding it right there. Also, you'll find a document right in the middle with 25 XP right there. Also, right, first of all, you want to tie your string with L2 and R1 in it to do that bit. And also, that's all correct. So ignore the rest of it, because what you want to do is get ready to press the X or A, because what does it look like? What does it look like? A bit dodgy, doesn't it? It looks really flicking dodgy. You know exactly what's going to happen, don't you? You can tell from a flicking mile off, can't you? Right, press the AOX straight away and push the L3 all the way up towards the right side a bit. Yeah, it's gonna snap, isn't it? It's gonna do it. Yes, Lars, shit, yes. There it goes. Push the square X straight away. Because you don't want to be fucking falling all the way down there, do you? Right, keep the L3 up. And there is Laura back up there. And all you had to do is do nothing. After that, also there's 200 XP right there.
Why did he go?
Yes, Laura, where did he go indeed? Captain Jessup. Right, also, what we want to do is keep L3 up and see Laura zip slide all the way down. Also, another bit of salvage right there with 10 XP right there.
Hey, Lara. Rob told us about the plane.
Oh, no.
Don't worry, there's got to be another way off this rock, right?
I hope so. Any sign of Sam?
We tracked her to
Yes,
some
Alex.
old Japanese palace.
I don't like the sound of that.
Hey, don't worry. She's probably just sightseeing.
You're a terrible liar, Alex. You have to be careful in there. Good luck.
Oh, Laura. Say that to your old mate. Even though he's not old, he must be about in his 20s. Alright, also, a plant for your XP to be boosted up. And that's going to be 20. How about that? Also, another salvage crate there. Which is going to be 10. Salvage right there. Also, another camp right here, which is where you'll find a new map, which is Mountain Pass, is what it's called, with just one camp to find, which is what you have got. How about that? Right, also, you can find a salvage crate right here. Just give me 10. How about that? Also, another box right here. Now that is nothing to do with your salvage, okay? Because you can tell that your salvage will be in a yellow kind of box. Alright. So with these orange boxes will allow you to have some XP. Which is what you really want for your skill points, don't you? So there's 20 there. Another salvage right there for 10. With 1,807 for me. How about that? How shabby is that? Right. Also, you want to go round it.
These ruins predate the Kofun period.
Yes, Laura. Right, also, you'll find some rats around here where you can get some salvage if you want. Because, like I said, with the skill points and one with a shape like a plant, where you can just allow yourself to boost your XP, as well as another skill point that would look like a specific thing, which was said of your salvage for you to grab some more as well, but I'll explain that in good time. Alright, and that rat's just giving me 15 XP and 5 salvage right there. And also, I'm going to go back all the way where I just come from. I'm sorry about that, because this is where I'm going to leave the game for today. And so, there's a camp, which has got a campfire sitting on it, with only 2 things, which is your skill points and your salvage. Alrighty. And so, like I said, with your salvage, with your rats, or any other animal, you are looking for this one right here, which has got a shape of a nut, as well as 2 arrows pointing one way and one's pointing the other way, like an X shape, or your PS4 or your most important Xbox controller or whatever. Yeah, so that is it for today, and so next time we will be seeing some more interesting things to come up. So once again, I hope you've enjoyed it, and I shall catch you on the next one. Take care.